Hi, this is Mohammed from Lil Helper. One of the biggest reasons that Lil Helper has been in business could be traced to one person. If it weren't for that one person, maybe I think the chances of us existing is probably zero. It's Susan from Diaper-eez. Susan runs a cloth diaper store in Toronto called Diaper-eez. And back in 2009, when Nader and I had the brilliant idea of starting a cloth diaper company, we did a little bit of research online, and the first name that popped up on Google at that time was Diaper-eez. So of course, on a Sunday morning, we took Sophia, my wife, and Eileen, Nader's girlfriend at the time, and we headed out for Diaper-eez. And again, we took the girls because we didn't think that anybody would spend any time explaining cloth diapers to two guys. So we went there, we told Susan, we didn't know Susan at the time, but we told the girls at Diaper-eez that, hey, we are doing a research project on sustainable diapering practices. We're aerospace engineers, which we are, and can you please tell us what are these cloth diapers? And Susan and everybody else had a big laugh about it. Because, oh, these engineers want to know about cloth diapers and all of that. And then they took the next 1.5 hours explaining cloth diapers to us, and most of it actually went over our head. Like, we didn't understand a lot of it, like the terminologies and why something had to be done and why you couldn't do a few things. And so we left that day thinking, wow, what great people. Diaper-eez was filled with great people. I remember meeting Sheila and a couple of other girls over there. Kate was there. And we kind of left there with that high energy because they were so nice to us. They took the time to explain everything, all of these things to us. We bought a few diapers from Susan, came home, opened them up, and then we would go back every now and then with our samples, and we told her like, hey, we are trying to make a cloth diaper. And again, Susan was so happy about it, actually, in a way. For her, again, she would kind of laugh and joke like, oh, these engineers are trying to make a diaper. Her son is an engineer as well, from the same university as Ryerson. And then we would go over the period of 2 years, we would go back to her until our diaper got perfected. Then she, of course, carried the diaper in her store. And I remember one of the first few days when we actually gave her a few samples, she was showing the Lil Helper cloth diaper to somebody in the middle of, like, it was around 1 or 2 p.m. about during lunchtime, and she called me. I was still at work. I used to work for Bombardier Aerospace, and she called me and said, Mohammed, I was showing your diaper to somebody and the snap popped off. And I'm like, oh my God. And for me, it was like the end of the world. It was like, oh my goodness, this is... And then she was so nice. She told me that you know what? This had happened with Mother-eez, another cloth diaper company, that when she first started selling Mother-eez cloth diapers. And maybe it's a good omen. Now, Mother-eez at that point was her biggest seller. And she said, oh, maybe it's a good omen. Maybe it happened with Mother-eez. It happened with Lil Helper. Who knows? And I like, okay, I hope so. And for the first 2-3 years of being in business, Diaper-eez was the bulk of our business. I think 60 to 70, 80% of our business came from Diaper-eez. We didn't have, like, we would get one order online every 3, 4, 5 days, and it would be like as soon as my phone would ring, I would know that an order came from online, because Nader would call me or I would call Nader, whoever saw the order first. So it was so that's a big deal, getting an online order. Susan was our only source of business for the first 2, 3, 4 years. And if it weren't for her, there would be no Lil Helper. Like, how could we have survived? Like, it's so difficult getting business. And again, I think we had a disadvantage where people would not take us very seriously because it would be these guys with a face like this and a name like mine. Again, maybe it's just my own insecurities, but again, welcome to us with open arms. And if it weren't for her, there's no way that we would be in business. And I think, again, even just thinking back, if the first day that we had gone to her, if Susan was even rude to us, we weren't married to the idea of cloth diapers and we didn't have anywhere else to go. So maybe that we would have just kind of abandoned the idea already. We didn't know any better, right? So we probably would have just said, you know what, it's not for us and these people are not nice, and but Susan was so good. Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. Now we have this beautiful, thriving business. We have thousands of amazing customers that are like our family. And it was just because of this one person. I don't know, like, if you are ever there, like, find that one person that will help you kind of get over because I feel that, like, I always tell her, like, she's like my mother in Canada. My entire family is back home in India, and like, she's my mother in Canada. I always feel so happy when I meet her, because I feel like I feel so grateful to her. I always tell her, Susan, if you ever need a kidney, you have mine. she has been such a great person. Thank you, Susan, for being there for us. Thank you for encouraging us to start the business and to kind of continue with it. And she would tell me it's a difficult business and maybe you should not get into it. But again, she always supported us. Hopefully you'll find your Susan. If you are in the middle of something and you want to start something and things are not working out, find your Susan. For me, I'm lucky I found Susan. Like Lil Helper would not. Thank you, Susan. Thanks a lot. Truly, truly appreciate you for everything that you've done for Lil Helper. And now, even for me, I feel that I have this wonderful life because of you. Thank you very much. And I think I thought I would just give some gratitude back, because I feel like we sometimes take for granted all we have or all we have achieved, and you feel that, oh, you've done it yourself, and no, it's just no way. We've done it. I have had several mentors apart from Susan as well. Maybe I'll do that. I'll make another video and tell you about the other guys who've helped us along the way. Bye for now. Let us know if there's any other questions about cloth diapers. Delight@lilhelper.ca. Call me at my cell phone number 647-885-4642. Bye. Have a good day.